be comfortable, be able to take care of myself and be strong enough to defend myself if, God forbid, we ever have a lawsuit or anything like that. Again, but I can't spend all day, because my crew was saying, there's the Kramer thing again. Oh, we hate it. And I'm like, I know. But, you know, most other talk shows wouldn't even say anything about it. I would think criticizing it would be enough to get it off my show. But I've been so busy, I haven't called Ted in the last month it's been running. I need to call him. In fact, I'll just do it live right now here on air. I'll call Ted right now. Hopefully I dialed that right. Sitting here calling Ted. I'm going to ask him about it. Have a little bit of fun here, ladies and gentlemen. Jaron is laughing in there. I dialed it wrong. I felt like I hit a button wrong. All right, we're going to break here. Let me see. Anyways, the point is, when I come back, I'm going to News Blitz and try to get us focused on issue-oriented things instead of chasing our tails, because I've got all these giant stacks. I saw a Washington Times article today. Hey, Ted, I keep getting a lot of calls about that crane. Hey, Ted, can you hear me? You can't hear me, Ted. Do you guys have this phone line directed into here? Because Ted can't hear me. Oh, whatever. Figure it out. First, I couldn't dial the phone, then he couldn't even hear me. It just goes on and on, ladies and gentlemen. But I thought I printed that article, but I don't see it. Washington Times did a fair article looking at the collapse of the towers. But I guess according to certain people in Texas, that's despicable.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones, and I want to tell you about the Silver Lungs generator. Now you can produce pure and endless colloidal silver and deliver the solution directly into the bloodstream by breathing the solution through the lungs. The respiratory system is the first line of defense for airborne pathogens and viruses. The Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced nano-silver solutions and also delivers the silver nanoparticles instantly into the bloodstream. With continued legislation threatening the sale of nano-silver products, you can now produce pure and endless colloidal silver with the Silver Lungs generator. Very easy to follow, step-by-step instructions are provided, making production fast and simple. Go to www.silverlungs.com today and learn more about the breakthrough technology of the Silver Lungs generator. That's www.silverlungs.com. Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
One major world crisis away from having a totalitarian type of system.
The main event is the wholesale destruction of the world economy.
The push for every nation on the globe to identify and number all of its citizens.
Friends, I hope that you will order Shadow Government from Infowars.com. We also have some specials where you can get some of our other films half price when you order Shadow Government. A new level in production quality and in information. It exposes how a cashless society, surveillance, beast grid of total control is being put into place. This film needs to be seen. Everybody needs to get it. So order yours today. Show it to your friends, your family, your church, your neighbors, your boss, your employees. Shadow Government, ladies and gentlemen. Get your copy at Infowars.com today. Shadow Government. It gives Big Brother a black eye. Available at Infowars.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. We're going to go through a ton of news and continue with your calls in the next hour. For the 20-something people on hold, if you want to hang up, you can, or you can call back. I want to open the phones up again in the next hour at 1-800-259-9231 or 888-201-2244. I've got this Washington Times article, Inside the Beltway. It says Jennifer Harper, explosive news. And 1,000 architects and engineers earlier in the week, Richard Gage leading them, had an international simulcast from different areas of the world all into this big conference. Australia, England, Germany. There's former German defense ministers, a number 2 in the Japanese government. All of these people coming out saying it looks like inside job. And that's why the system keeps attacking 9/11 truth, because the public is learning that we were lied to about 9/11. And it's coming out the underwear bombing situation was staged. And I got a big stack. Like, where's my file? Big developments on the Joe Stack kamikaze attack, looking more and more like a staged deal as well on that front, and that's coming up. But we're going to cover that in a moment. I did get a hold of Ted. He'd been out of town. He's actually back in the office. So he's going to be in studio with us in just a minute. He's getting in there right now at the Genesis studios up in Minneapolis, St. Paul area. I guess they're in Burnsville, to be precise. But since I said I would play this Pat Robertson clip where he was saying Obama is unstoppable, he is of the Lord, I'm starting to like him now, and all these other things, all the neocons, everybody was saying he was unstoppable, his agenda will go through. They wanted it to go through. The people stood up and said no. So now he's using executive orders to go around the Congress. Okay? But let's go ahead and play this Pat Robertson video/audio clip. Here he is right after Obama got elected.
The Lord said, the economy of your nation will recover. The steps taken will lead to a dramatic increase in the power of government. The people will welcome socialism in order to relieve their pain. Nothing will stand in the way of a plan by Obama to restructure the economy in the same fashion as the New Deal in the 30s. America will never again have the power in the world that it has enjoyed since World War II. With no strong leadership, dangerous dictators will arise in various parts of the world.
That's enough. And then he goes on to say Obama's of the Lord and he's good. In fact, here are some of the quotes. Obama's middle-of-the-road cabinet consists of people hailing from the Council on Foreign Relations, Royal Commission, the Secret of Bilderberg Group. Let me find the quote. I am remarkably pleased with Obama. I had grave misgivings about him, but so help me, he's come in forcefully, intelligently. He's picked a middle-of-the-road cabinet, and so far, if he continues down this course, he has the makings of a great president, Pat Robertson. He's saying socialism will save you. It's a good thing. The economy's going to get better. Really, nothing's going to stand in the way of Obama? And that was back when they were all supporting the banker bailout. Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly, Pat Robertson, the left, because it was an establishment move. At the top of the food chain, the establishment supported it. And now Glenn Beck and others hope you don't remember that. That's my point. So it's pretty disgusting. All right, I want to get into all this news, but I thought I'd bring Ted Anderson up because I had never talked to Ted in the last month with this Kramer ad running. And Ted was telling me off air, yeah, I kind of wish he'd have dropped, but they just re-upped again. You know, the issue, and Ted said it eloquently during the break. I said, why don't you come on air and say that? He said, look, they didn't refuse the ad for your videos on Michael Savage and George Norrie, and George is a good guy, and Limbaugh. And why are we going to refuse their ads? This is I mean, that would be, I guess, a form of censorship to them. But again, anything we do is going to be criticized. I'm not getting any money from this. It's a stupid newsletter. The point is, I mean, I guess censor Kramer. He's obviously getting a big response. What does that say for advertising? That the Kramer's coming to us for advertising. I mean, I guess Ted, who turns down most of the ads that come into him, and I guess you just can't do anything right, Ted, can you?
No, it's always a crapshoot as to how the audience will respond. But this one is really kind of has me baffled because here you have, I mean, first of all, I did see video footage of him supporting Ron Paul, which has me puzzled. I know he's on mainstream television, and why does mainstream television need to come to us for our audience to buy newsletters from Kramer?